Buzz's Retirement Garage, happy Thursday to you. I'm gonna do my update on my Social Security video, which I've been doing every month. For you subscribers, you know that since December, I've been doing a end of month update on my Social Security expenses and income. And it got me to thinking, because I'm gonna post it probably Saturday, towards the end of the month here, end of August. And it got me to thinking about a couple comments that were made throughout the course of these videos. Telling people not to rely on Social Security only. And if I'm implying that I'm happy with living on Social Security alone, that would be the wrong implication. So I wanted to just throw something out there to everybody about how my mind thinks and what I think as a person trying to establish what the amount of money you need to retire. You got to come up with some very basic questions with very basic answers. And that's what I'm going to do, is throw out those basics to you today. So I did a little thing. So those of you who don't know, I'm getting $25.23 for a Social Security payment every month. My wife is getting her spousal benefit at $12.60. So we're at $37.83 per month. Our DOE, daily operating expenses, come out to about that same amount. So what I just wanted to quickly point out is when you're planning, and most of my subscribers, 64% of my subscribers are 64 and under as far as age. The balance, of course, are 65 and older. So for the group that's under 64, and many of you haven't retired yet, this is simple math for me, okay? So as you struggle with what you need to retire on, and everybody's situation is going to be different. No one's is going to be exactly the same. But this is a guideline for me, and me only. But just to show you how my mind thinks, okay? So with this $37.83, and my DOE it's almost break even, okay? My comfort level, I would like to see my comfort level at $5,000 a month income instead of $37.83. Well, my income is going to be flat at $37.83. Of course, there's going to be adjustments yearly for Social Security and all that good stuff, and bills are going to change. We understand that, but just this snapshot in time, okay? I would have a comfort level, or my comfort level would be $5,000. So how am I going to get there? Well, let's assume I have zero in savings. So what would be my goal if I knew, let's say I'm 55 or 50 years old? Then I need to look at what I need, right? So if my operating expenses is the key, you need to know what you're going to spend a month. That's number one. You know, as you're younger, you're paying off maybe a house or a condo, or you've got car payments. You might be paying for kids' college still. But you have to project out what Social Security is going to give you, what a pension's going to give you if you have that, and then your savings, right? So you've got to figure out, and you all do this. We all do this. We have to figure out where we're going to be come 65, 67, 70, whenever you're going to retire, or earlier, depending on what your style is. Again, this is just an up here look, right? So my $5,000, I'm short $1,217 a month, right? Let's just assume I have zero savings. So at $1,217, and I rounded off some of this, that's $14,604 a year that somehow I need to have. So if my income is limited because of Social Security, I don't get a pension. This is the only money I have coming in, is all right? I need $14,604 a year. So take that out for 10 years. I'm going to be 65 in January, so I'm going to call myself 65. So I figured I'm going to live till 75. That's been my plan all along. If I exceed that plan, great. But in reality, that's my number, 75. That's where I think I'll be, close to it, maybe before, maybe after, but that's my goal. So I need, if I'm going to do just my 5,000, I'm going to need 146,000 technically before I retire, right? Assuming I had zero savings to start. So I need 146,000 for 10 years. Take that out to 15 years. So let's say I'm going to make it to 80. I'm going to need 219. Okay? That's at my comfort level of 5,000 a month. Now what does that do for me? That comfort level, and that's not a lot of money. Theoretically, that's not a lot of money. Since I have everything paid off, which is good, and you'll see that in my update at the end of August, you'll see what my bills are. You'll see I have no house payment. I have no car payment. But $14,600 a year will cover a car payment if I needed one, a roof if I needed one, although I just had it put on 7 years ago, HVAC if I need it. It's fairly old. So that's my comfort level. So for me to retire, I need $146,000 in my savings account. Okay? So what I'm asking you, or what I'm guiding you to do, and I'm not a financial advisor in any way, shape, or form. This is just a very, like I said, high overview. But you need to take a look at what your expenses are going to be. You need to practice what your expenses are going to be. You need to, and don't fool yourself. Don't say, well, in another couple years I can take that $100 bill and reduce it to 50. No, book that 100. Okay, book that $100. Don't try to fool yourself into, well, it'll be less when no. Try to take what you're doing right now and then figure out what your comfort level is. That, maybe it's 5,000. I've had subscribers that have said their comfort level is $7,000 a month. Okay, make it 7,000. Do the simple math. And you're going to find yourself at least knowing what number you should have in the bank at minimum. So to me, 146,000 would be minimum. 219 would be nice. Anything more than that, great. That affords you the luxury of expensive vacations. It affords you the luxury of maybe buying a second home for income. This is just, again, a guide that you could use very simply. Take what your bills are, figure out what your comfort level is, and then work towards that number. That's what you need to do. And if you get there, great. If you don't, your DOE, maybe that's what you're going to end up doing. But with a little extra. So don't try to kill yourself and get $1 million. If you want to, that's great. Even 500,000 might be overkill, depending on your situation. But for me, in our situation, 146 to 219, anywhere in that groove would be great. Now, my DOE, and you'll see the update. Hopefully you can see all this. Right now, our 8-month average is only plus $31 a month. So we are riding on the razor's edge as far as our DOE. So that's why it's important, especially for me, to have that savings account, to continue to try to add to that savings account. And that's why I do YouTube videos, so that I can continue to add to the savings account, because I'm not at 219. I'll be blunt with you. I'm not at 219. I'm nowhere near 219. So at $31 extra a month, that is cutting it way too close. So what does that mean? That means if I haven't hit my goals of savings, then it means I have to do side gigs, I have to do some part-time work, or maybe even go back to work full-time. Let's not kid ourselves. We don't want to have a big issue and then all of a sudden say, gee, I'm out of money. For you 64% of you who are 64 and under, take a look at that and think where you're at, what your expenses are, and what your comfort level needs to be. And of course, adjustments can be made for single people. You're not getting $37.83 a month. So you've got a whole different structure. If you've got to figure out either you're going to room with someone or you're going to have to make some money and bank a lot of money away, you're going to have to figure out things differently. Single people, it's going to be a lot tougher. A married couple with this double income, it helps to cover the DOE. So anyway, just a real quick, throwing it out there type of thing, that very simple math. You know, you don't need I'm not a financial advisor, but if you just do the rough math and then take it to your financial advisor when you think you're ready, I think that'll help. Anyway, Buzz's Retirement Garage on a Thursday. Take care. Bye.